So our next game, well, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror came out on Game Boy Advance in 2004. The next game, the next Kirby game that would release would be the following year on the new Nintendo hardware. The Nintendo DS. This game, released in 2005. And I should get to my presentation page to do this. Was Kirby and the Kirby Canvas Curse. Kirby and the anything. Just Kirby Canvas Curse. I actually meant to show the Japanese box art first, but that's okay, because I'm telling you the name of the game. Let me look at, before I dig into this box art and analyze it, I want to look at the Japanese one, which is this. I think it's called just like Touch Kirby, or something like that. That's at least what the file name is. I can understand why they might not, maybe didn't want to call it that outside. I think the name Canvas Curse was pretty great, honestly. This one, this box art, like honestly, it's kind of weak. Like, yes, it shows that you're gonna be touching Kirby with the stylus, and I'm not totally sure what it's saying there. But special item makes me wonder if it is including the stylus, like a pink stylus. I don't know. All we know is that it's a Kirby game on Nintendo DS, and you use the stylus to poke Kirby. But the US box art, I think, is actually like way better. One, it shows us the it says comes with stylus. Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't remember this one coming with a pink stylus, but like this box art is fantastic. It has this really cool like stained glass look to it. So we get a really good idea of the art style. Kirby's a ball, and you can kind of see he's like powering up, which is a thing that kind of happens in the game. And oh yeah. No, that's okay. And then, you know, the logo's fine. What I will point out about that logo, though, is Kirby is written in the same font that we've been using since Nightmare in Dreamland. Again, it's got a little bit of a filter on it, I guess. But yeah, it's wobbled like it's being inhaled, and it's not being inhaled. Doesn't really make any sense anymore. Even so, looking back at the Japanese one, this logo is kind of dull. This is the European box art. It's basically the same as the US box art, except it sucks more. It's called Power Paintbrush instead of Canvas Curse. I think Canvas Curse was a better name. I don't know why they felt like they needed it to be called Power Paintbrush. Maybe they decided in tandem, but I tell you what, that Power Paintbrush logo is bad. This is like neat and stylized, and this one's just like, just whatever. I don't know. Like the dithering on it kind of matches the rest, whereas this one, actually that's just on the image. Yeah, no, this one just feels more stylized. I think it's just better. Let's check some commercials. All right, first off, the Japanese commercial.
タッチペンで書いた虹をカービィが駆け抜ける。任天堂 DS タッチカービィ。
That's why I like to download them first. Okay, cute. Like you're drawing a ribbon, so I see the idea there. You know, have a little like a ribbon dancer. Okay. So I thought the Japanese commercial was cute, right? I thought it was pretty decent. I thought that it was, you know, like it had a good like it was good, it was decent theming, right? Here's the US commercial.
You say good morning, I say good night. Such a wonderful day when the sunlight came.
Now you can use your finger to keep Kirby on the right path and out of trouble. Kirby Canvas Curse for Nintendo DS. Rated E for everyone.
Absolutely awful. I hated that. I hated that commercial. Terrible. Not good. No. Aside from the fact that that didn't have anything to do with the gameplay, it was disturbing. And it also like really speaks to, I think the, this was 2005. And so we still hadn't gotten to the point yet, I think, where like people who were making these commercials and stuff trusted the source material. So it still felt like they had to like in the 90s, it was like, it was kind of an either or. A lot of the time they just tried to make things that were cutesy seem badass. But there was a lot of effort as well to just make things seem like, dude, I'm not lined up. Hang on a second. Go. I was like, where am I looking? There was a lot of effort to like just kind of, I don't know, make things seem unserious. Like it's like, no, we can't, we have to make fun of it in some way. So let's put some guys in some mascot costumes and make it seem like a dumb idea that we're making fun of. What? That went on for a long time, and I guess I think that they finally stopped doing that. Where it's like, yeah, dude, if you like the thing, if the thing is good, you're gonna like the thing, and people will get it. Like what is this commercial for? It almost felt, because these ads would be played during like TV hours, and it kind of felt like they were like embarrassed. Like, oh, we don't want to put we don't want to put this on during our TV hours, because it's just kind of like, no, like kids are watching like Dragon Ball Z and shit here. Like we don't want to like show like some like silly Kirby game. We'll just make an ad that makes fun of it. I don't know. It just had that vibe. I didn't like those kind of commercials. I actually remember, I have a memory from like, let's see, what year was Smash Brothers? Was the original one? 99. But I remember my first year of high school, which was 2000, so... Oops. Age alert. The commercial for it, which some people might remember, it's like a bunch of guys in mascot suits of characters in Smash. It was like Mario, Yoshi, Pikachu, and Kirby. No, Donkey Kong was there. It was like Mario, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and maybe it was either Pikachu or Kirby. I don't remember. They're like walking in a grass field, and like arms locked, and then one of them just like kicks the other in the shin, and then they all start fighting. in the mascot suits. And I remember that commercial coming on at the beginning of the day because we'd have like TV on in homeroom in my high school. I think they might have had like just like morning news or something like that, and then so there'd be ads, and then like it like people like the commercial gets people's attention, like what is this? And then when they start fighting, everyone just starts laughing because it feels like it's something that's making fun of it. And then they cut to the game and they're like Super Smash Brothers, and everyone's like, huh? I think it was the first one. I just remember seeing it in 2000. So I guess it was still playing. So everyone thought it was something making fun of Nintendo, and then when it showed that it was a real game, everyone was just confused. And that's kind of like, I feel like that's the usual reaction. It's just like, they just show something weird and silly, and then like, it's like, no, actually it's a real thing. It's like, yeah, but why do that? Like, just, I don't know. The alternative to that was something like the Mario 93 movie, where it's like, we gotta just change it a lot. Make it seem cool and badass. And in isolation, that movie was pretty neat. Like, aesthetically, the 93 Mario movie is actually really, really cool. It just does not make any sense to call it Mario. Anyway, I digress. Let's load it up. Let's load up Canvas Curse. This is going to be the first game that I'm playing on DS. I do own a copy of it, but I don't have a way to connect that to my computer. I don't have that kind of hookup. So we're just going to play it this way, which means that I'm going to be using the mouse. And that'll be interesting. Kirby Canvas Curse. Oh boy. Let's clear some space. I'm gonna need a lot of mouse space for this one. Okay, the cursor does show up. Let's see, is that the... Yeah, that looks good. Let's do that. Don't need that. Let's do, yeah. This is better. Okay. Why do I have a save file already? Oh, I think I just tested this to make sure that it actually like functioned, and I accidentally clicked that. A new file was created. What's metal swap? That's a volume. Seems like it's good. So I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more because the music in this game is actually really, really good. Yeah, that'll. All right. I think I don't actually need the gamepad for this one at all. Kirby Canvas Curse. I don't know what the metal swap is yet. Try training mode? Yes, I want to get acquainted. Game uses only a stylus. Grab the stylus to start training. Lesson 1. Ooh, touch dash. Enemy ahead, take action. Touch the enemy, it will be stunned and immobilized. After a short time, it'll move again. Defeat stunned foes by running into them. I guess it's doing it for me. More enemies have appeared, take action. Touch Kirby to initiate a powerful dash move. Do this to beat multiple foes at once. Give it a test run. Cool. Okay, seems like if I'm dashing through them, that also is enough. Cannot interact with Gordos, though. Lesson 2, touch to go. This block is in the way. Take action. Touch the block to break it. Okay. If you're stuck, touch stuff. Give it a try. Oh. I like the music. This game has some of the best Kirby music. Because it's like this kind of like electronic remix of Kirby songs from like everywhere, and it's really, really good. Turn around. If Kirby keeps going, he'll fall. Take action. Draw a rainbow line with a downward stroke to make a wall. Drawing lines uses ink. Ink replenishes automatically. You turn back to reach the goal. Give it a try. Alright. Not bad. Lesson 4, ride lines. Get across, take action. Draw a rainbow path for Kirby. Kirby goes in the direction the line was drawn. Rainbows equal escalators. Rainbow lines vanish quickly, so be wary. Not quite. That works. Copy abilities. This enemy has an ability you can copy. Try to beat him. Kirby earned the beam ability from Waddle Doo. Touch Kirby to use copy abilities. Toss out this ability, touch the beam panel below. There are many copy abilities. Give it a try. Oh, they want me to do it. Alright, that's cool. Protect Kirby with lines. Shotzos are firing below. Take action. Protect Kirby with a wall. Draw walls and work your way toward the goal. Advanced hint. While on the ground, your ink refills quickly. Okay. Does it not when you're in the air? Complete. Bonus, diving. Push Kirby under with a line. No tutorial for that one. So, Plant Plain, Tiny Town, and Ravine Road. I guess I'll just do them in order. Oh wait, I have to. No, you don't. Tiny Town. Alright, this works pretty good with a mouse, I think. No, I missed the star! Okay, we got those blocks again. So is that gonna take a hammer? Or maybe the cannon. I think that's the only way to go. Let's see what's in this door. Ow. Ooh, copy ability. Oh, missed a couple. Oh, I think the other route was where the metal was. No, wait, no, the metal's right here. Oh, you gotta hit the button. We didn't get it. I'm not going for metals. I mean, like, I'll get them if I see them. I'll try to get them if I see them. But I'm not gonna, like... I'm not going to replay stages for it, I think. Use metals at the metal swap. Metals hide everywhere. Swap them for prizes. Okay, so they're all over the place, I guess. I don't know what the stars do. Did it. Dash jump. Touch to start. Oh, you only get a limited amount of ink. Okay. New record. I don't know what the stars are for. Maybe they're one-ups. Like in the older games. Cool. Alright, I gotta actually hit them. Gotta hit somebody. Either Kirby or an enemy. This level's a lot more open than the other one. And this one's intended to be first. That's kind of weird. So this game, I think one of the things that makes this game very interesting is... Ew. Oh, interesting. Oh, neat. Oh, if you get hit, you just lose it right away. This is definitely that's weird. This is definitely a game that was designed with, like, hardware in mind, obviously. But this was always the thing. Every new system that came out, that was the way that you would design games for it. You would think about, like, oh, what does this new hardware allow me to do? And until the DS, the answer was usually, like, something graphical. Like, in some cases, it was, no! It's trying to turn around. Okay, I didn't actually need to hit that with the beam. In most cases, it was just something, like, visual. Like, there were games that were, like, where the sprite limit was increased. Like, over from the oh, really? From the NES to the SNES, you could have more sprites on screen at a time. And so there were games that took advantage of that. I would say that there's a decent chance that the entire bullet hell genre grew out of that. Because I don't know that there were too many bullet hells on NES where you couldn't really have that many sprites going at once. And even Super Nintendo couldn't do that many, but it could sure do a lot more than it could before. Oops. Somehow we got less than last time. You get very little ink there. I was gonna try to make a loop, and it didn't work out. But more colors and more sprites. That was SNES, along with things like Mode 7. I love this song. And then, obviously, you know, Nintendo 64 was 3D, and every new game had to have 3D. There were some that didn't. Some, like Yoshi's Story, just took advantage of the new capabilities without actually using 3D graphics. They could do pre-rendered 3D better than they could before because of the different resolution. N64's resolution is kind of weird. I need to look into it pretty extensively to really explain it, because the games that were 2D on it looked way blurrier than games before, and it was very weird. But 3D was still just like a graphical update. And then, you know, GameCube was once again just like, it was visual. Yes, they could have all kinds of like simulated water, which they did in Mario Sunshine. That was really cool. And Pikmin showed off how many like entities they could have on the screen at a time, which was like really, really impressive for the time. But this was something completely different. Alright, what the hell am I looking at? Block attack, beat Kracko. Bounce Kirby into blocks, beat all foes to move on. Kart run, beat DDD. Race to the finish, use the generator to go up and down. Paint panic, one-stroke battle. Memorize paint roller's line, paint it in one brush stroke. Let's just do the Crackle one to start. Oh shit. I just realized I didn't watch that intro, did I? Maybe I need to just sit on this title screen for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the title screen so we can see that. Is this Kirby's block wall? You betcha. It's Kirby's block wall, but not as bad. Dude, this could have been a whole game. I bet that this was like a concept that they were working on. Because they probably workshopped quite a few different ideas while trying to figure out what Kirby game they wanted to make for this. And this might have been something that they prototyped. And then maybe decide, yeah, this could just be a minigame. To tell you, if you came up with this and then you came up with Canvas Curse, it's pretty clear which one's like gonna be better for a whole game. Squishy. Can I kill that frickin' squid? Yeah, we got that. Gotcha. I like boxing bell. What am I... I like this. It's a Kirby's Adventure Boss theme. What do I do? Got him. Wow, you actually just have to go in there. Gotcha. Alright, that wasn't that bad. So I guess that was kind of like, it felt like a boss fight, because my options were Kracko, DDD, and Paint Roller. Level 1 is now in Rainbow Run. Alright, I actually want to go back to the title screen and wait here for a moment because I believe there's an intro to see. So I guess this was like at this point, I don't know. It was kind of like sometimes I do one and sometimes I do the other. So this one you just have to wait. Sometimes they would play the intro when you start. Welcome to peaceful dreamland. Kirby's on a nice stroll. Weird that the picture connects, but this text is a little bit weird. Suddenly, the world's colors warp, and a strange witch arises. Drawing in the air, the witch turns the land into a painting. Seeing Kirby, the witch flees to the sky toward a weird vortex. Kirby gives chase. Into a world of paintings. He challenges the witch, but her magic turns him into a ball. Helpless, Kirby watches the witch escape. Damn, Kirby got owned? Looking down in shame, he sees the witch's magical paintbrush. Kirby touches the rainbow brush, and it transports to you on a ray of light. The stylus. Cool. That was the witch we saw. Really? Yeah, and I guess I might as well acknowledge this while I'm talking about like designing stuff for the hardware. Like, this is really goofy, making you like you can't touch around you have to like tap the actual level file that's bouncing up and down. That's weird. That's really weird. But that's what they do. So let's see, how does this work? Metal swap. I have 3 metals. It unlocks song 1. Stage song is in sound test. Okay. Is that under options? What is under options actually? So let's see. Oh, I just have all the stage sounds, I guess? Data that allows me to erase. No, please don't do that. Settings? Stereo. Ink type. Ink type? Oh, that's something you can unlock, I think. PictoChat. What? PictoChat search. Ignore PictoChatters. I don't know what kind of PictoChat compatibility this game had. That's neat. Oh wait, and what is Rainbow Run? I'm gonna guess it's some kind of time trial or something. It looked like it was a place for more medals though. All right, so the first place was Ready Land, and this is Orange Gorge? What? Is it supposed to be Orange Gorge? Orange Gorge would make sense. Why is there an A? Orange Gorge? Huh? I mean, then again, ready isn't exactly spelled the way you would expect. Wait, what? Why did it just freeze? But it's not the capture card. Huh? I don't know. It paused for some reason. Weird. Alright. Ghost Grounds. Growth Grasses. Mag Mount. See what new cool music they have here. Burning. Oh, you can kind of just like keep that going. Okay, the stars don't really mean anything. The medals are what you want. Ooh, bubble. I'd say they did a pretty good job with this game in terms of like difficulty. Because if you would think like, oh, this seems really easy if you could just touch stuff, but no, it can be a little bit of a challenge to time everything. I don't think that's gonna work. You do. What is a little tricky is the camera doesn't stay perfectly centered on Kirby, which I kind of wish it did. Because it makes it a little hard to tap him sometimes. Maybe I needed that down there. Well, I think I'm past that point. It seemed like there was another way to go. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. I think the copy abilities still work. Like, that's actually something that's, I think good to think about, too, is like, they didn't just, like, make a game and say, yeah, I think Kirby would work for this. Like, this still feels like a Kirby game, because it has so many elements from Kirby that work, for the most part, like they do in Kirby. So it feels like the elements of the game feel familiar, even if the mechanics don't. Because when you look at something like Kirby's Block Ball, that did not have copy abilities. I don't think. Kirby's Pinball, or Pinball Land, That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tap Kirby to build up speed first. Oh, the little Kirbys up at the top are Orange Gorge. Orange Gorge. Are the sprite from the last couple games. But like, especially games like Avalanche just did not have anything that made it Kirby. It was just kind of Kirby themed. What's that? Hold on. Aha! Oh, I tried. You take any damage, you lose your ability, and you cannot get it back. No, don't go that way. Gimme. The bubbles, the bubble squares are bubble blocks. Call them that. Those are kind of new, I think, because they disappear when you're when you touch them. I want. Wow. They disappear when you touch them, but you can't destroy them otherwise. I like the different kinds of blocks, like the clouds. Whoa! How did we miss that? That still heals for 2. Wow. Okay. It disappeared before I could get in. Go. Oh, that's different. Well, you can hold it to keep him in place. That's kind of cool. That's convenient. Oh. That's an interesting direction for Spark. That doesn't make you invincible. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing some more of the copy abilities, like Tornado. The cartoon spin sound. Oh, no! Okay, to get up there is tricky. I like that the medals aren't just a completion percent, they're also like, like, you can buy things with them. There we go. Ooh, almost 1,000. Mag Mount. I'm always interested in hearing the music at the next level. Oops. Oh, that's a rare song. They don't like to have this to remember that Castle Lololo was a thing. Oops, oops, oops. Kirby, get out of there. They'll still, like, bring Lolo back every now and then. Huh, how do I get down there? Oh, I don't. Ew. Like in Kirby Air Riders, like Lolo and Lala are playable, and the music from the castle is in the game. Okay. Oh wow. But it's not used in any relation to them. It's used as kind of like a weird boss theme, like in City Trial when like Dynablade shows up, it'll play that music. I think it plays it when like bosses show up, and I think they started doing that trend in Superstar Ultra. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Okay, I think to get that tomato and the, yeah, that's how. We're gonna go for it. Probably should have got on the way back, but that's okay. Hit. Gotcha. Lava's rising. You see, it goes a lot up along the slopes, like it did in Superstar. We're still on the on the path, trying to return to the Superstar mechanics. Haven't gotten there yet. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. There it is. Get me out of here. I think there's I'm gonna guess each room has a medal in it, because it seems like there's 3 rooms. Oh, it levels up when you beat it. Okay, well let's do Paint Roller. I like this music. It's really spooky. And that laugh. She draws a character that can draw characters. Okay, we just copy. It traces it for us. Maybe in the higher levels it doesn't. Is it candy? Yeah. Tomato. It's just connect the dots. A heart? Yeah. Oh, a heart container from the last game. Mountain? Maybe fire? Spikes. Da moon. A parasol. It's a little extra spike on it. Tap blinking panels. What does this have to do with anything? We did it. Oh, there's a spike at the end if you don't do it quick enough. Okay. Level 2 is now in Rainbow Run. Level 3. Oh, they are misspelling them on purpose, I guess. But, so ready, I guess, I don't know. It's red, but it's also misspelled of ready? Orange instead of orange? The Kirby's face between the levels, wait, go back. He gets mad. Because that's Yellow Adventure, but that's weird. Rift Ruin, Contrast Cave, and Silver Submarine. Ow. Oh, wow. It's a really slowed down version of this song. That's cool. Oh, with just a little bit of, they snuck in a little bit of, Castle Lololo. Because this was the cave level in Superstar, I think. What are they gonna do with this? What an adventure this song is. I like that. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a map. There's a map. That's a cool section. Like, I don't know, this game does, for being like a big gimmick that is just like, how can we use the touchscreen? This one does it really well. Oh, there were a lot of games on DS that just I felt like didn't really hit the mark. This was one that worked very well. It's something that you could only have on this hardware. I mean, obviously I'm using a mouse, but I would say that this works better with a stylus. Absolutely. What's stone gonna do? Uh-oh, uh-oh. That didn't last long. I forgot what I'm supposed to do with those. You just block them. Just block it off. You don't need to time anything. Just block it. Better with a wand? Alright, yeah, no, with a magic paintbrush, in fact. Whoa, 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 whoa! Give me that. Whatever Crash does, it's not gonna be better than Stone. Stone feels like it's a tool for something good. Oh, no, it was... Wait. Never mind. Crash was what you wanted here. Unless... No, there's... No. I was like, maybe I can get that beam to respawn, because that would do it. Nope. Hey! Whee! 1,000? Yeah! Counts the bounce. Contrast Cave. What's that? What was that other way? Aha! Thought you could hide from me. There were a few games that made good use of the stylus, I think, but a lot of them were very gimmicky. I think the worst use cases I've seen are like the game is not played with the stylus, but you have to use the stylus for menus. That was always like the worst. Sometimes it was like, what was that game? Where you play as like a surgeon and you would inscribe like eldritch runes on your patients. I don't remember. I didn't play it. That was an interesting one because you would like draw like an incision, I think. It's like, yeah, it's inventive. I get that. That feels useful. Yeah. The water mechanics in this are really cool. Oh, you know what game I really liked on DS? It was Mario 3v3. That was a really good one. Aha, I knew I'd need that. Because it was like you would use the stylus to play, gonna want to get rid of that. You know, I don't know what my plan there was. You use the styles to dribble, but it wasn't just like at first it was like you would just tap to dribble the ball. But as you got really good at it, you would start like, instead of just dribbling, instead of just tapping, you would be swiping everywhere you went. And that was always really cool. I keep forgetting that enemies can pass through that. Because projectiles can't. Wait, where am I going? Oh, there's like a door? Oh. Anyway, yeah, you'd be swiping to do like advanced tricks and stuff in Mario Hoops. So when you got really good at that game, you felt like you were really good at that game. Like wow, like the way I'm playing this, like they had a lot of difficulty levels, I remember, and whenever you get to like unlock a new one, it's like, dude, this feels impossible. How could you possibly keep up with these guys? And then you just get better at the game. And that's always my favorite feeling, is when you just get better at something. And it doesn't feel like you're just bashing your head against it until you beat it. It feels like you, like, what used to like challenge you now feels easy. And I feel like a lot of games that are regarded as really difficult don't give me that feeling. It's weird to like pinpoint. But I think an important point of it is allowing you, or even requiring you, to replay sections you've beaten before. So you can really get a sense of like, yeah, this is way easier than it used to be. I just threw that away. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I clicked that. At least you can still tap things in here. Like, I'll probably talk about this again at some point in the future. But like, Cuphead was a game where you play against a boss until you beat it, and then you never play that boss again. So you don't really get that rewarding feeling of like, I've mastered this. It's kind of just like, yeah, you did it. You achieved this one. Don't ever do it again. Whereas like an older game like Contra, no, you'd run out of lives and get game over, and you had to start the entire thing over again. But doing that enough, you're like, oh, the first few levels I can get through without taking any damage now. And that felt really good. But I think part of it is that people just don't have quite the time that they used to. I don't know. People who are older are playing games now, so time is a bigger factor. Whoa, 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 hey. I know that's certainly true for me. Okay. Sorry, what? Oh, wow, I just didn't wait. Speaking of time. I think more so than the time that people have, like, available to play games, because that's certainly a factor. But I think it's also just the patience available. Because there's so many games now that if you feel like you're not making progress in one, you can just do it. Like, if you're not having fun, it's like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere in this. I keep dying or something. Like, you can just pick up a different game. What's even down here? Oh, it's gonna be metal. Of course it's gonna be metal. This is Kind's theme. I just realized that. Like, Kind's theme was honestly kind of annoying. And this is actually, like, really kind of sick. Not what I was expecting. I almost died there. I forgot that stone makes you go down. No! Well, I like the sound when you get hit by that, though. The blade sound that they use in Superstar. We're working our way back towards Superstar. I've been saying it. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like Nightmare in Dreamland. It felt like it set us back. It lowered the bar. What am I doing? What are all these buttons for? But that one goes backwards? I'm glad there's a mini-map. I don't think about it. Oops. See, one of the things with that's that's definitely a difference with the mouse is it's easy to lose your cursor, whereas you're not losing your stylus. Well, you can lose the stylus, but if assuming it's in your hand. Which one am I? get the medal. I can see it on the map. You know, sometimes the having no copy ability is just fine. The exit is in here. No, I cut myself off from it. What? Made it. Boss game. Alright, let's see what DDD's about. Oh, it's Gourmet Race. Cool. Oh. No, he's getting away. And hitting an enemy kinda sucks. Did it. Nice race. Cool. Level 3 is now in Rainbow Run. Neo Grio. Okay, they're getting a little silly. Alright, that is where I'm gonna stop here. What are my levels there are? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am... How many of these are there? It looks like 8. Yeah. So we're not quite halfway. I'm gonna guess the last one is just a boss, so almost halfway. That's a good place to stop. I have found that the games that don't have Sakurai's involvement have less concept art that you can find, which is you Yeah, that's definitely a Sakurai thing. He loves to show off his work. That's for sure. All right, I had fun. We finished up Amazing Mirror and we moved on to Canvas Curse. We are still chugging along on the lore train. So we found out some more stuff from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. We got we encountered Dark Meta Knight. Seemed like he was defeated, but he shattered. Being a mirror being, I don't know what that means. Dark Meta Knight is certainly less honorable than Meta Knight. He does not offer you a sword before the battle. Meta Knight always does, and Meta Knight helped us out in that one by giving us a sword at the end, which kind of almost doesn't quite trivialize the final boss, but does a lot. But now we meet a new villain, Drossia. I don't know if they actually gave us her name yet, but oh well, too bad. Paint Witch. It seems like each new game has like a new villain, but I happen to already know that some elements from some games are going to return. It's something. We're building up the Kirby lore.